Back to our other top story of the day, a guilty verdict in the corruption trial of former Alderman Ed Burke.
Burke found guilty on more than a dozen counts. We have plenty of breakdown and reaction tonight.
First, we go to the live desk with Gabriella Primus, who was at the Durson Federal Building when that verdict was read. Gabriella.
Yeah, Don Scott, directly after the verdict, we heard from federal prosecutors. An acting United States Attorney, Morris Pasquale, suggesting that this case should be an example for other corrupt officials. Former Alderman Ed Burke leaving the courthouse after learning that the roughly 23 hours of deliberations resulted in him being found guilty of 13 of 14 counts. On the list, racketeering, corruptly soliciting, demanding, accepting, or agreeing to accept things of value, using an interstate facility to promote unlawful activity, and attempted extortion.
The public voted Mr. Burke into office, and they trusted that he would be guided and motivated by pursuing the common good. He betrayed that trust.
Burke was acquitted on one count that was related to what federal prosecutors call a shakedown between the alderman and the owners of a Burger King in his ward in 2017.
This case was about bribery and extortion occurring at the highest levels of Chicago city government.
Also convicted is real estate developer Charles Quee. He was accused of giving business to Burke in exchange for a permit and financing for a redevelopment project. But not convicted is Burke's co-defendant and former aide, Pete Andrews.
Alderman Burke was a very powerful alderman. This case has had massive publicity. And I like to think that public officials out there who are tempted to start down this path will be either further on notice that, the federal government is out there, the FBI is out there.
Burke's sentencing is scheduled for June 19th. He faces significant prison time.
Our sentencing decisions will be made, recommendations will be made after the completion of the pre-sentence investigation report, after we've had a chance to weigh all the aggravating and mitigating evidence.
Co-defendant Charles Quee will return to court for a post-trial hearing on June 17th. Peter Andrews has been dismissed, and Scott, lots of reaction pouring in tonight.
Yeah, that's right, Gabriella. And no surprises, really, not from a former FBI agent familiar with that damaging wiretap, or from a former alderman who says Ed Burke's reputation for shakedowns was hardly a secret.
I haven't done anything wrong, and I'm looking forward to my day in court.
Former Chicago Alderman Ed Burke, back in 2019, professing his innocence. Today, a jury decided otherwise. Burke found guilty on 13 of 14 counts, including bribery and extortion. Former FBI agent Ross Rice says getting Burke on wiretap was more than enough to take him down.
There's no better evidence that a prosecutor can present to a jury than the defendant's own words when they don't think they're being recorded.
Former Chicago Alderman Dick Simpson wasn't surprised by today's guilty verdict. While never personally witnessing the kind of quid pro quo schemes at the heart of the charges against him, Burke's reputation for side deals was well known.
He was promising public favors or public actions to have people use his law firm and therefore enrich himself. He became a millionaire in the process.
In a statement released today, former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, who on occasion sparred in council chambers with Ed Burke, took him to task, saying, quote, "With this jury's verdict, Ed Burke should rightfully be remembered as a man who elevated personal ambition and greed over doing the people's work."
Mayor Lightfoot passed as her first action in office an executive order outlawing aldermanic privilege and permits, which is what happened in the Burger King case.
The wiretap recordings used by the feds in the Burke case are expected to again be central in the government's case against former Illinois House Speaker Mike Madigan this spring.
I think as far as the Madigan trial goes, this was a test case. And I'm sure his attorneys were going to look and were anxious to see how this was going to play out in front of a jury.
And we are expecting to hear more from that FBI wiretap when Mike Madigan goes to trial facing corruption charges beginning April the 1st.